Parliament, ambassadors, high commissioners, presidents, chairs of Irish societies all across this fine country, distinguished guests and dear friends, a cordia tá fáilte ro de gach duine go dtíon anad anna spe síalta seo. And good morning, Mary, ma femme Mary, nous sommes ravis de tout le monde ici à cette occasion très spéciale ici chez nous, la Maison d'Irlande ici au Canada, au Ottawa. Tout le monde est bienvenu, tout le monde. Merci beaucoup de venir ici.
We're very appreciative of being invited into the home of the Irish people. And we know how important it is to build relationships from country to country to country to country to country to country and so on. But importantly, the shared history that Irish people and First Nations people have is so important, right? I'm always honored and I'm always proud to represent the people who I come from, the ancestors who I am from. And as I stand here before you as your friend, and I stand here with my sister, National Chief Cindy Woodhouse, I welcome you to this beautiful homeland of my people, the Algonquin people, and we certainly do welcome you. And we welcome you with that spirit of love and kindness and friendship. And this is what we need to do as a people. When we all come together in that one great circle called life, we must come together in that peace and harmony and love and respect to one another. And this is how we show our children today, and importantly the generations who will come here, the importance of friendship, the importance of love, the importance of kindness. And this country will heal through the kindness of people. As First Nations people, as Algonquin, as Ojibwe, we are here and we always have been here, and we've always shared our love and our kindness, and we've shared with people, and we will continue to share. But let's share tonight in celebration. Let's share tonight, just have fun, celebrate St. Patrick's Day, celebrate the Irish, because I'll tell you one thing, when I went in that room earlier and I heard that music, I was dancing like an Irish person, and they all loved me.
Between Ireland and Canada, they run deep, they're historical, they're economic, they're emotional, but there is so much opportunity, and that's why having you, Minister Cleary, here is so important, because there is so much more we can do together. And that's why these gatherings are so critical. I ran into a man in the Irish airport, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, and I was standing in line, he had a hockey jersey on, so I started talking to him, of course. I said, I'm from Canada. I said, you from Canada? No, I'm from Dublin. So why are you wearing a hockey jersey? Anyway, we got talking about Canada and Ireland. He said, you know what the difference between Canada and Ireland? I said, no. He says, you guys have too much geography and not enough history. We have too much history and not enough geography. If you combine those two things, you've got a force to be reckoned with, right? Okay. And that is what Irish Heritage Month is all about. It's about the Irish community in Canada. It's about all of you and all of people, Irish Canadians across Canada. And as I said today in the House of Commons, Irish Canadian history is Canadian history. Happy Irish Heritage Month, everybody.
Team in the embassy here in Ottawa and in Toronto, the team in IDA, the team in Enterprise Ireland, in Fáilte Ireland, and the team across all of our agencies, Tourism Ireland, who make this relationship work on a daily basis. They're represented here this evening. I thank all of them for their extraordinary contribution to Ireland and to Canada. We put a huge demand as a country on those that serve us overseas. We ask them to leave behind their families, their support networks, their professional networks, and come and sell Ireland at any point of the world. And in Canada, we have the best of teams. I thank all of them. John, thank you. Thank you for the extraordinary energy. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day 2026. We celebrate it with pride in how far we've come. We celebrate it in remembrance for those who paved the way for this relationship, some of whom didn't make it. We celebrate it with a determination that this is a relationship that will develop, that will grow, not just economically but politically, because it will grow because we share values, we share concerns, we share commitments, we share a willingness to take tough calls and tough decisions, but most of all, we share a vision of a world that is kinder, we share a vision of a world that is fair, we share a vision of a world that offers respect and ambition to everybody who sees it. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have glasses in your hands, and if you haven't, pretend you have, can I ask you to raise a toast to the Prime Minister and to Diana, and thank them for their extraordinary commitment, to the Ambassador and to Mary, and most importantly, to Canada and to Ireland. So,
Give it up for Prime Minister Mark Carney.
40 years ago, I had the occasion to look for my grandfather's birth certificate for some reason. Members of the press here wouldn't pick up on it. And what it turned out to be was a baptismal record from St. Patrick's in Agagaur, County Mayo. So this is true. There's lineage, there's documentary proof of this lineage. Piece of paper, faded with age, and where his father's name should be is the X. And that, Mark, in a sense, it's a mark of absence and a mark of presence. It's a witness. It's an affirmation. Sorry. Now, what happens is the child on that baptismal record, my grandfather, grows up a bit, takes a look around Mayo and says, I'm out of here. And goes to Canada. But the point is, he crosses that threshold and he takes something with him, as did two of my other four grandparents who also came from Mayo. And the thing is, when they came to Canada, and to those who came before us, to their credit, something unusual happens, because they're not required, something unusual in the global sense of immigration. They're not required to leave everything behind to become something unrecognizable to what they are, in order to belong. And it's the bargain that Canada has struck with every immigrant population since. It's the bargain we've tried to strike. It is the bargain we didn't strike with Indigenous peoples, and we're trying to ratify. And I'll finish by touching on one last threshold, the one on which Ireland, the EU, and Canada stand. And the minister referenced this. That is the rupture in the global system. That's the move from rules-based to what we don't yet know. We've gone from rules-based currently to arms-based, from values to the victors and the vanquished. The question for Ireland, for Canada, the EU, is where will we go? And for what purpose? Middle, right? That's the question. And I'd suggest that the thread of our past leads towards our present. Last September, we welcomed the Taoiseach to Ottawa. And he and I spoke about how we can build our enduring friendship, of course, by ratifying CETA, that's the ante, by undertaking trade missions, very important new ones to come in both directions, deepening our partnership in Europe, particularly deepening our partnership in Europe under Ireland's presidency. So, from that mark on a page in Mayo, the distance traveled has shrunk, I'd suggest. That's what this evening is all about. The thread that runs from Ireland through Canada to this room tonight, not unchanged, but unbroken. I've been blessed by this thread. I'm grateful to the Ambassador, to Mary, for the grace with which you hold it. and for all of you who will carry it forward. Happy St. Patrick's Day.